Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Shania and my channel is Evolve with Grace because I have been giving myself a whole lot of it. So, if you're new here, this channel is for you and it's for me and it's for all the other women before and after us and even some of the men who need to hear this that are navigating adulting in different stages of your life. Me, I'm 51. I work full time. I am a certified life coach. And I have 3 amazing daughters and an awesome husband and a great fur boy. Anyway, I need to have a real conversation. And this is not me beating myself up. This is me checking in with myself and sharing with you because maybe you need to have a similar conversation with you. I am in the midst, oh, see, here we go. See how I'm just getting messed up with that word? I'll explain why. I am in the throes. Is that the proper term? I am in perimenopause. Yes. And if you look on Instagram and social media, you're going to be seeing people talk more and more about it. And I guess there's a lot of people in my generation who are going through the same thing at the same time. Anyhow, along with perimenopause comes symptoms that I was not expecting. But along with that wonderful ride that I'm taking, I have had issues with my neck, my back, my neck and my back, my ankle, broken screws in my ankle, going to physical therapy. I'm not going to sit here and complain about all my ailments. But let me just tell you, if the Tin Man and beef jerky had a child, it would be me right now. This is how I've been feeling. There's certain things, certain movements that exacerbate pain in the back of my shoulder. There is issues that I'm having with my circulation. One's because I had a pinched nerve in my ankle that I caused by trying to exercise my ankle, but I must have done it incorrectly, which caused me a problem. Anyhow, the last couple of weeks, I'm going to say the last couple of months, I have been going through it. You know, to the point where I got tired of hearing myself talk. You know, every time my husband would say, "Hey, babe, how are you?" And I'm just like, "Oh, you really don't want to know." You know, it's hard to sleep. There are true signs that perimenopause is kicking my you-know-what, right? But at the same time, I go through little moments, periods of health anxiety where I think that there's something seriously wrong. But then I go to a group or whatever and I look it up and I see that there's a lot of women that going through the same thing. So let's see, tingling, pins and needles in my feet or in my legs sometimes. That, they say, is common. The extra dry skin, I've always struggled with that, so it's just gotten worse with time. Forgetfulness, brain fog, your mouth moving faster than your brain so the words don't come out the way that you want to, or a word that you know, it just sits on the tip of your tongue. When you go through stuff like that, especially the parts of not feeling like you're in control of your own body and the fear and anxiety of being hyper aware of every little thing that goes on with you, with your body. Maybe you could have had similar things before, but now you're hyper aware. I've been to the cardiologist, had a Holter monitor for a week. My heart is fine. My blood pressure's fine. I go to the doctor every month to have my blood work, I just had my blood work done. And my numbers are all good, except for my cholesterol, which I'm gonna have to work on that. The tests that I have taken indicate that there's nothing seriously wrong. However, when your body is betraying you, it is easy to think that there's something nefarious happening. But when I get those feelings, it usually happens at a particular time of the month. So anyway, what I want to talk to you guys about today is checking in with yourself and doing the things that you need to do for you. Again, the last couple of months, I found out that I broke screws in my ankle. I was in a lot of pain. I had a boot on one day. I was walking with a cane, pinched nerve in my neck, pain when I moved my shoulder a certain way, achy hands, the tingling and stuff. It's just, it hasn't been fun. And going through all that, it is mentally defeating at times. So I have to really work on myself to get myself in check. Today is a good day. Anyhow, I mentioned to you guys a couple months back that I'm doing Zepbound. I started doing it, I think, the end of February. My AST and ALT numbers were high. I suffer from fatty liver, and I think a big part of it is that I don't have a gallbladder. I'm a girl who's had 7 surgeries, so my body doesn't function normally, I don't think. Anyhow, I started doing Zepbound, and I lost maybe 10 pounds, a little over the first month, and then everything else was super slow. Like, I think I lost 0.5 this past month. But my biggest concern is my health, right? So I know that there were gastrointestinal risks to the medication, and if I had any symptoms, I would not do it. However, having issues with my liver was more important for me to focus on fixing that and using this medication the way that I needed to in order to make my body healthy. Fast forward to today. I just upped my dose because I wasn't really losing any weight, but I am feeling good body-wise, except for all the aches and pains. And apparently Zepbound helps with inflammation, or GLP-1s help with inflammation, so I'm waiting for that to kick in as I just increased my dose. This video is not about the Zepbound. When you've struggled with your weight the way that I have since I was a child, you look for things to help motivate you to get you into being more active, trying to build up your fitness and things like that. And, you know, just improving overall health. So with all the aches and pains that I was having for the last couple of months, it really kind of gave me the opportunity to couch rot. Meaning that I sat around because my ankle was bothering me. I didn't do things to protect my ankle. Then I was like, oh, there's broken screws in there. I don't know how much I can do with broken screws. What if I mess up my ankle because I'm doing too much? So that and the sheer hormonal misery that I was going through just gave me an excuse not to do anything. Well, guess what happens when you do nothing? Your joints get stiffer. Your body, well, at least mine. If you're not, this doesn't happen to you, then I'm so happy for you. I don't know if it's just me because my lucky body, or is my age. Anyhow, I started getting stiff and feeling weak, and just looking at my muscle tone. I went to the doctor the other day, and they put you on a body pod where it tells you what your BMI is, how much water is in your body, what your muscle mass is, what your lean mass, how much fat you have on your body, how much visceral fat, in what areas. It's a really cool thing, right? So when you're doing this medication, it's important that they check your blood pressure and they check your oxygen levels and they do all this. And I noticed that I lost 0.5 in muscle. Well, as you get older, you're supposed to be trying to build muscle to protect your joints, to protect your body. And I was going in the wrong direction. So, again, I am one of those people. To motivate myself, I always would get something to excite me, to get me going. A new pair of sneakers. Years ago, it was Deal a Meal by Richard Simmons. Tybo, Billy Blanks. I used to be a Beachbody coach when I was doing actively in fitness. I love Shailene Johnson. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's amazing for women that are my age and older. So I have a Peloton. I have Peloton bike and tread, which I got during that period of time that we were all in the house because I needed to take care of myself because we were stuck in the house and I couldn't go anywhere. And the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? So I have that. In this room that I'm in right now, this is my Zen room. which holds my Pilates reformer. Now, we were doing work in this room, we were repainting and things like that, so I really wasn't using it. But I can tell you that I did not have the motivation to do so. But in the last week, I have used my machine a little bit, and my excuse for not working out in my basement was that it was too much of a mess because it became the junk drawer. You know, when you're doing a project, you put stuff in a certain area, you do a Costco haul or something, and you're leaving your box around, just stuff, decorations not being put away properly. So the area where my fitness equipment is in the basement, it was a mess. It was kind of like saying, oh, you got an expensive clothes hanger, yada, yada, haha. That's where I was at. So I made an excuse to not go down there. And I recently joined the gym because my office building has a gym with a sauna. And I really did it so that I can have the benefit of using their sauna. I hope I'm not too orange in this lighting because I'm still learning how to use that stuff. Anyhow, so I joined the gym in the office for the office, and I'm in the office 3 days a week. So I want to incorporate the sauna for most part. So anyway, today I cleaned the basement. I cleaned our family room. I cleaned the workout room, the workout area where all of my equipment is. So I have no excuse. And I had talked myself out of paying the Peloton monthly fee of $44 because I'm like, oh, everything's so expensive these days, and I'm on a budget, and I'm a budgeter. I'm not going to spend $44 a month for that. Well, girl, how much is that equipment just sitting there? And my husband always says, there's no wealth without health. The point of this video is to talk to you and say, it's okay that things could stink sometimes, or just be downright miserable. Moments of misery. It's okay to vacation there, but it is not okay to live there. And the weakness that I have been feeling in my arms and in my legs is because my muscles are not strong. I hate to say atrophy, but I have lost some muscle. I have forward head posture, which has I have a fat pad on the back of my neck, which helps me with my bad posture with my hunched over shoulders. And it's something that really bothers me that I need to work on. How much does it bother me if I wasn't doing anything? And this is me not beating myself up. This is me having a self-awareness conversation. And I'm having it with you because the point of this video is to tell you that even when you get to the place of the suckiest stink, or you're not feeling your best, you can give yourself the time to recover, but take baby steps just to continue to build up on you. So after I clean the basement, I have a beautiful bench. It looks like a big stair step from like the 80s, but the back part lifts up so you can use it as a weight bench. And I've got Bowflex weights, I've got hand weights. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and watch TV on the bench, and I'm gonna do some arms. I'm gonna work on my arms, and I use 4-pound weights. And one of the biggest things that have held me back, jumping back in, is, can I fix this? Can I improve where I am? I'm so weak. Where am I starting? So I picked up 4 pounds and I just did 3 repetitions of maybe 5 workouts, 5 exercises. And then I did some stretches and some legs, but it made me feel like I'm getting back in the game. You only fail when you stop trying. And with anything in life that you do, or that you know you have to do, and you fall off, it's okay to get back up on the horse. You know, it's like, and I always say to people that I love, and I was talking to my cousin, and I said to her, I always say, you only fail when you stop trying. And if you've given the opportunity to be able to keep going, you may not be able to pick up where you left off, but you may just have to start again. And then maybe this time you start, and it's for a longer period of time. I think it was Jim Rohn who said, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. I used to joke about being consistently inconsistent. And consistency doesn't always mean that you have to do things every day or every week or every month. It means that you just don't give up. You don't stop. So I have some serious work to do. And I'll probably check in with you guys every now and again and let you know how I'm doing. And if I'm being consistent with this journey of improving my health, because I want to be an old grandma. I want to be one of those grandmas that can play on the floor with their grandkids if I'm blessed to have them. Can't wait to have them. I don't want to be a burden to my husband. There's certain things that are not in my control, and fight the effects of aging with oil of Olay, or you're fighting the effects of aging with different things and creams and stuff like that. But we also have to fight the effects of deterioration, because what you focus on improves and what you ignore deteriorates. I can't afford to keep ignoring myself. If this video resonates with you, I'm glad. This is for me and it is for you. But we can do this together. And every moment is a new beginning. So if you are like me and you have let yourself go, let it be momentarily and not forever. We got this. Have an amazing day. Thanks for listening. Bye.